Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make, and it can feel overwhelming, especially if your credit isn't perfect or if you don't have a big savings account. That's where FHA loans come in. You've probably heard about them, especially if you're a first-time buyer or someone who's been struggling to qualify for a traditional mortgage. But what exactly is an FHA loan? How does it work? And the real question, can you actually have more than one FHA loan at the same time? These are questions we get asked all the time, and the internet is filled with conflicting answers. So in this video, we're going to cut through the noise and give you clear, honest answers. Whether you're thinking about buying your very first home, relocating for a job, expanding your family, or even going through a divorce, there might be an FHA solution for you. Stick around, because we're diving deep into what FHA loans are, how they work, who qualifies, and under what rare conditions you can qualify for more than one. Let's get started. An FHA loan is a mortgage that's backed by the Federal Housing Administration, a government agency that was created in 1934 during the Great Depression. The goal was simple: make it easier for Americans to buy homes, even if they didn't have perfect credit or a large down payment. Fast forward to today, and FHA loans continue to help millions of people, especially first-time buyers and those recovering from financial hardships, realize their dream of homeownership. The big appeal? Flexibility. FHA loans offer some of the easiest qualifying guidelines on the market. Here are some of the key benefits. A down payment as low as 3.5%, compared to 5 to 20% for conventional loans. Credit score requirements starting around 580, while most conventional loans need 620 plus, more forgiving debt-to-income DTI ratios, giving you a better chance to qualify even if you have some other debt. You can use gift funds, money from family or close friends, to cover your down payment or closing costs. FHA loans are often a great stepping stone to homeownership, but like any loan, they come with rules. Let's look at the requirements next. FHA loans might be flexible, but they're not a free-for-all. To qualify, borrowers need to meet certain criteria that prove they're financially ready to take on a mortgage. Let's walk through the typical requirements most lenders will look for when you apply for an FHA loan. First, your credit score should be 580 or higher to qualify for the 3.5% down payment option. If your score is between 500 and 579, you may still qualify, but you'll need to put down at least 10%. You'll also need a steady employment history, usually 2 years with consistent income from the same employer or in the same line of work. Your debt-to-income ratio, DTI, how much you owe versus what you earn, generally needs to be 43% or less, though lenders may go higher with compensating factors. The home you're buying must be your primary residence, meaning you have to live there. And finally, you'll be required to pay mortgage insurance premiums, MIP. This protects the lender in case you default, and it's a key difference between FHA and conventional loans. FHA loans are not meant for buying vacation homes or investment properties, at least not under normal conditions. But what if life changes? What if you need a second FHA loan? Let's talk about that next. Here's the million-dollar question. Can you have more than one FHA loan at the same time? The short answer is yes, but only in very specific situations. FHA loans are designed for owner-occupied primary residences. That means, by default, you're only allowed to have one at a time. However, life doesn't always fit into one-size-fits-all rules, so the FHA makes 4 exceptions where you can apply for a second FHA loan, even if you haven't paid off the first. 1. Job relocation. If your job transfers you a significant distance, usually 100 plus miles, from your current FHA home, and it's not feasible to commute, you may qualify for another FHA loan near your new job. 2. Family size increase. If your current home no longer accommodates your growing family and remodeling isn't an option, FHA may allow a second loan for a larger home. 3. Non-occupying co-borrower. If you co-signed an FHA loan for someone else, like a child or parent, but never lived in the home, you may still qualify for an FHA loan for your primary residence. 4. Divorce. If you're getting divorced and your ex remains in the FHA-financed home, You may qualify for another FHA loan to purchase your new primary home. In all these cases, you'll need solid documentation. FHA doesn't allow multiple loans just because you want to build a real estate portfolio. You'll have to prove the need is legitimate and unavoidable. So what's the takeaway here? FHA loans are powerful tools, especially for people who need help getting into their first home. They offer flexibility, lower costs, and open doors for those who may have been told no elsewhere. But with that power comes responsibility and limitations. The FHA's mission is to support homeownership, not real estate investing. So if you're thinking of using FHA loans to buy multiple properties, you'll run into some walls, unless your situation fits one of the exceptions we just discussed. If you're relocating for work, if your family is growing beyond the limits of your current home, if you've co-signed for someone else or gone through a divorce, then yes, you may qualify for a second FHA loan. But don't expect it to be automatic. You'll need to back it up with facts, paperwork, and lender approval. Every step in your real estate journey should be intentional and informed. So whether this is your first home or your next chapter, understanding the rules, especially when it comes to FHA loans, can save you time, money, and stress. FHA loans have made home ownership possible for millions, and with the right guidance, they can help you too. But now that you know the truth about having more than one FHA loan, the real question is, what's your next move? Drop a comment below and let us know. Have you ever used an FHA loan before? Are you planning to? If this video helped clarify anything for you, smash that like button and subscribe for more smart, honest breakdowns on real estate, finance, and wealth building. Don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss a future upload. And if you're ready to take the next step, reach out to a lender or talk with a qualified mortgage advisor to explore your options. The sooner you start asking questions, the sooner you start unlocking real opportunities. Thanks for watching. Remember, knowledge builds wealth, and your journey to financial freedom starts right here, right now.